Kim Jong-un has ordered North Korea's military to intensify drills in preparation for a real war. On Thursday, Pyongyang fired a short-range ballistic missile off its west coast. Photographs released by North Korea's state-run media showed at least 6 missiles being fired at the same time. According to local reports, Kim Jong-un, while meeting soldiers, told them to prepare for 2 strategic missions. The first to deter war, second to take the initiative in war. Photographs showed Kim and his daughter watching an artillery unit fire a volley of missiles on Thursday. The drill comes ahead of South Korea and the United States preparing to kick off their largest joint exercises in 5 years on Monday. Relations between North and South Korea are at an all-time low. Nuclear-armed North Korea is conducting increasingly provocative banned weapons tests, whereas South Korea is ramping up security cooperation with Washington in response.
Kim Jong-un has called North Korea to stand ready to conduct nuclear attacks at any time to defer war. In Monday comments carried by state media, he accused the U.S. and its ally South Korea of expanding joint military drills involving American nuclear assets. The same morning, state TV released photos of him overseeing the North's latest missile test with his young daughter. It's not known when or where the pictures were taken. State broadcaster KRT aired them a day after South Korea and Japan both reported the launch of a North Korean short-range ballistic missile on the East Coast. It's the latest in a flurry of weapons tests by Pyongyang in recent weeks as the U.S. and the South continue a month of their annual combined military drills. They include air and sea exercises involving U.S. B-1B strategic bombers. The North has reacted furiously to the drills, calling them a rehearsal for invasion against it. In his comments in state media, he was quoted as saying that the enemies are getting ever more pronounced in their moves for aggression against the DPRK, and that it requires the North, quote, to bolster up its nuclear-aware deterrence.
Kahaladim, Yahweh Bashim, Yahushai Bashim Kapodash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders, great millstone, salutations to Akim out there pushing his words on the highways and byways, and the rest of the whole full let Shalom, the ones constantly adoring. My name is Cora Allah, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I have an article here from PBS NewsHour on North Korea. Now, this was posted March 22nd, 2023. It says North Korea fires cruise missiles at South Korea and the U.S. stage drills. It says North Korea launched cruise missiles toward the sea on Wednesday, South Korean military said, 3 days after North carried out what is called a simulated nuclear attack on South Korea to protest its military drills with the United States. North Korea has stepped up its weapon testing activities, saying they are in response to the ongoing South Korean U.S. military drills. That it seems as an invasion rehearsal. North Korea leader Kim Jong-un rightly intends to enlarge his arsenal to win greater outside concessions while trying to boost an image of a strong leader amid domestic economic hardships. So, you see, the spirit of war is on Kim Jong-un, right? North Korea, and also all these other nations. All right, because why? We're in the midst of the Third World War, and things are heating up. All these drills and games that's being ran is all in preparation for the big day, which is the day of the Lord, or World War III, and ultimately those nuclear missiles. Just like the NBA, the NFL, just like those track meets, they all run drills, they all practice, but then they get ready for the big day. All right, and now we're in the midst of the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the day of judgment. And you see these nations gearing up for war. This is Proverbs 21, 1-3. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. to do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. So this thing is of the Lord. It's of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Whatever these kings, these nations, or these leaders are thinking, right? The Lord put that thought in their mind. And what are they thinking? War. Look at Kim right now with his daughter at a testing site. And you see the spirit of war is on him. You know? He don't have his daughter in school or taking lessons. He has her at a drill, at a military drill. That's the times we're in. He turneth it, it says, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes. Yeah, you might think something you're doing is right, but everything's according to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It says, but the Lord pondereth the hearts to do justice. The Lord pondereth the hearts, or the mind. If you go into the Hebrew, you will see the word lab, and it'll be translated as mind. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. And this is going to be justice. This is going to be judgment. The Third World War is really there for a mass judgment. Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And this is what's going on amongst these Gentiles, or these different nations. Now, North Korea made claims that 800,000 people signed up to join the war. All right. And then this is what we're reading here in Joel 3. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. That nuclear technology that Russia flaunts, that China flaunts, that nuclear technology that Iran also has, America. All right, because the mighty men are being woken up for war. The war games, the drills. Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Right, this is agriculture tools. But now those tools are being made into weapons. This is the Strong's for the word beat in Joel 3 verse 10. Strong's H3807. Katat. It says to bruise or violently strike, beat, break in pieces, crush, destroy, discomfit, smite, stamp. Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And this is happening because instead of the money going towards agriculture, going towards buildings, right? Now it's going towards war. Okay? All your tax money is going towards the nuclear defense system. It says, Joel 3:11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Right? So those angels also are going to get down. Joel 3:12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So this war is going to take place mainly where in the Middle East, Iran, Afghanistan, all right, along where it says in the location of the Valley of Jehoshaphat. So you got to keep your eyes on Iran, Israel, okay. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down from the for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. So there's going to be a great sacrifice. And the wickedness is great. We're in America and across the world. Because why? The world is under Esau's vibration. Starting with America, the ones in rulership. Joel 3:14. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. Right? That's what a valley of Jehoshaphat is in the Hebrew will be Yehoshaphat. Let's see what we get from the Strongs. Yahweh Shaphat. All right. Show Strong's info. The name of 6 Israelites, also the valley near Jerusalem, Yehoshaphat. Let's go to the root words. Yahweh and Shaphat, which Yahweh is He is. And Shaphat says, pronounce, it says vindicate, to vindicate or punish. All right. By extension, to govern, passively, litigate, condemn, contend, defend, execute, judgment. All right. Reason, rule. Joel 3:14. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. Did North Korea said they had 800,000 in one day? Russia had a draft. All right, and there will be more drafts. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.